So you're thinking about moving to Fort Erie in Ontario. Just not sure what it's like to live here. Well, in this video, I am going to share the cons about living in Fort Erie in the Niagara region of Ontario. But before I share the cons of living in Fort Erie, if you want to learn more about our area, then be sure to hit that notifications button so that you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get started. The number one con of living in Fort Erie is the fact that we currently do not have a hospital in the town of Fort Erie. Our hospital here in Fort Erie is known as an urgent care center. For residents in Fort Erie needing specialized medical care from a full-service hospital, you need to travel to Niagara Falls, which is 15 minutes away, or St. Catharines, which is approximately 30 minutes away. A new hospital is slated to be built off the QEW at Montrose on the border's edge of Niagara Falls, which, depending on where you are in Fort Erie, you could arrive at very quickly within 10 minutes once it gets built. The number two con of living in Fort Erie is our lake effect snow. Because we live on Lake Erie, from time to time, we can get hit with an exorbitant amount of snow that can make leaving your house almost impossible. Storms like this come with extended power outages. Investing in a gas generator or a backup system for your sump pump is a great investment when you're buying here in Niagara. Storms like this are rather extreme and do not happen every year, but Fort Erie is known for its snowfall. Not quite as much as Buffalo, but however, we do share the same lake. Now, the number three con when moving to Fort Erie is the recent rise in housing prices. Depending on when you're watching this video, our prices have stabilized from the pandemic. Housing prices in Fort Erie have traditionally been significantly lower than other areas in the Niagara region. In recent years, even prior to the pandemic, Fort Erie has been the focal point of development. This has increased our buyer demand, and it has pushed our prices to what some of the locals describe as being uncomfortable, with an average price point in our area higher than it once was. Locals say this because historically, Fort Erie was among one of the cheapest places to buy a home. About 12 years ago, no joke, I actually sold a home over the phone to somebody from Ireland that was on the MLS scouring all of North America and ended up on my listing because it was the most affordable home. Now, our prices are not like that anymore. Although, like I just pointed out, since the peak during the pandemic, we have seen the prices come down significantly in the average price point here in Fort Erie, making it now more affordable once again. But locals still remember those other times where our prices were so much cheaper. Now, the fourth con when it comes to living in Fort Erie is that Fort Erie doesn't have a major shopping center or one big mall. Fort Erie is made up of sub-districts, each of which specializes in their own little shopping district. Fort Erie proper has a historical downtown shopping area that has just underwent a major renovation. The south end of Fort Erie, which actually lines the Niagara River, is concentrated with restaurants overlooking the waterfront. The central part of Fort Erie hosts a long shopping district along Garrison Road, or known as the number 3 highway, which offers a heavy concentration of your box stores, which stretch for a few kilometers along Garrison Road. Here you can find restaurants, grocery stores, apparel, shopping, and more. You will not be parking your car though and just walking around on a shopping excursion the way you do at a big mall. If you are the kind of person that likes to park your car and go do some indoor shopping in a centralized location for all your needs, then you will have to find this shopping elsewhere out of town, such as Niagara Falls or St. Catharines. Garrison Road now takes you up to our next district, which is Ridgeway, and it has a cute little downtown section that offers a village-like setting, and the streets are lined with trees. You've got boutique shops, clothing stores, restaurants. It's a well-landscaped street. Everybody refers to it as a little mini Niagara on the lake, and I can see that. Ridgeway has been under massive growth over recent years. There's been a lot of new development, and so it's a real popular spot, and there's a lot of great little boutiques, but again, it's not a mall. Well, there you have it. That wasn't so bad, was it? You know, every town has its pros and its cons, and I just shared the cons with you. I don't see it as being that bad. However, if you're moving to our area, these are some things you might want to take into consideration. I do have a pros video to living in Fort Erie as well, so be sure to check it out. If you find my videos helpful, I do ask you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that notifications button so you get all of my new videos as they're getting posted. If there's anything you want to hear about, let me know. Share this with a friend. As always, thanks again for watching.